If you have a difficult time expressing healthy boundaries with others, let me share with you a perspective that might help you. In the work I do, I talk to people's higher selves every day, and I recently had a higher self hypnosis session where this topic was brought up. And because it's just easier if I read the question and answer, I asked my client's higher self off of my screen. I'm going to do that now. The question I asked my client's higher self was, would it benefit her to have you download the program into her of, I know what it feels like, I know that it's possible, and I know how to assert healthy boundaries with everyone without the need to hold on to shame, guilt, or unforgiveness to protect myself. And tell us what that looks like as you download that. Her higher self said, it feels warm and like an act of love, peaceful, almost like I'm wrapped in a bubble of peace. Like these boundaries are not hard boundaries. They're soft and loving, like a soft breeze. It used to be hard shells, but no, they're loving boundaries for herself and for others. Yes, it's not disconnecting by having boundaries. They're boundaries separating, but also connecting. You either have no boundaries or you put on a hard shell or a hard wall. That's what she thought. Boundaries are transparent and fluid, and they're loving. They're not harsh like she thought. And then my client broke down crying. She broke down crying at the realization that it doesn't mean you have to be hard or harsh or disconnect from others in order to have boundaries. Her higher self then said she thought she was harming others. Then she started crying even more. She was wrong. She thought she was harming others by having boundaries. And before this session, my client never would have realized this, really put in the deep thought to figure out that that was the reason why she had such a hard time asserting healthy boundaries for herself. She didn't want to harm anyone else or hurt anyone else. So what's it like for you? What's the reason you don't assert healthy boundaries in your life? Does it feel selfish? Do you feel ashamed doing so? Does it feel like you might hurt others by having healthy boundaries? Or does it maybe make you feel more loved and accepted by not having healthy boundaries, by not saying no to others, by not putting yourself first and always putting others first? What's your reason?